The majority of men over 60 have persuaded themselves that declining sexual function is a natural aspect of aging, an unavoidable decline into the sunset. But what if I told you that the secret to getting back those dependable rock-hard erections has been in plain sight in your refrigerator? It's a plain, common vegetable that far too many guys ignore or even throw away, not some fancy medication or exotic supplement. By supplying your body with nitric oxide, this common root vegetable can relax constricted arteries and restore the surge of blood flow that results in erections so powerful and fulfilling that they will make you feel decades younger. I'm Dr. Harlan Gray, a board-certified urologist with more than 30 years of experience in assisting men in regaining their vigor, self-esteem, and general health. Thousands of men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond have worked with me. These men entered my office feeling dejected, ashamed, and certain that genuine connection was no longer possible. I'm here today to tell you that it's not over. Indeed, state-of-the-art research is showing how one underutilized vegetable can naturally strengthen your erections without the need for harmful prescription drugs. All you could need is to use this diet properly, but many men resort to those blue tablets, running the danger of headaches, visual problems, or worse. Using just nature's own tools, I'll explain in a moment how this vegetable works its magic, how to prepare and eat it for optimal effect, and the detailed procedure I share with my patients to help them feel like they're in their prime again. You'll have the resources necessary to change your bedroom game and rekindle that passion by the end of our session. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button to ensure that you don't miss any more science-backed advice tailored to men navigating life beyond 60. If this speaks to you, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 0 there. Your suggestions enable me to create content that genuinely changes things. Thank you. Okay, let's get started. The show's star? Beetroot. Yeah, the earthy, lively root frequently consigned to the back of the produce drawer, or forgotten altogether. But once you comprehend its significant impacts on your body, you'll never reject it again. Let me paint a picture. I remember the day I stumbled onto beetroot's potential during my early studies into food and male sexual health. Study after study started promoting this unassuming veggie, and I was doubtful at first. How could something so commonplace pack such a punch? But then came the real-world proof. Take my patient, a 72-year-old retired Navy veteran named Jack. He sat in my chair, eyes downcast, and admitted, "Doc, it's been 5 long years since I've had a proper erection. My wife thinks I've just checked out emotionally." We talked about his circulation concerns, his blood pressure meds, and his diet. I suggested he start his day with a moderate glass of beet juice. Nothing more. 2 weeks later, he rushed into my office with a grin I hadn't seen before. "She swears I'm sneaking some prescription meds," he chuckled. "But it's just the beets." Stories like Jack's aren't rare. They're the norm when men give this a shot. So what's the secret to beetroot's power? It boils down to its rich stash of dietary nitrates, compounds your body converts into nitric oxide, the superstar molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and widen. This allows blood to flood exactly where it's needed most for those firm, lasting erections. For men over 60, where natural nitric oxide production dips due to age, inflammation, or lifestyle factors, this can be a game changer. It's the difference between frustration and fulfillment, between lying awake wondering, why me, and waking up energized, ready to connect. But let's not stop at the basics. Beetroot doesn't just target erections, it supports your entire vascular system. Imagine your arteries as garden hoses that have kinked over time. Beetroot helps unkink them, improving flow not just downstairs but to your heart, brain, and muscles too. This holistic boost means better energy levels, sharper focus, and even enhanced workout recovery. I once had a patient, a 65-year-old accountant named Mike, who not only reported stronger erections but also said he could finally keep up with his grandkids on the soccer field without huffing and puffing. "It's like I've turned back the clock on my whole body," he told me. That's the beauty. It revitalizes you from the inside out. Now you might be wondering, why does this matter so much as we age? Let's break it down scientifically, but keep it simple and straightforward. Erections aren't some mysterious event, they're a straightforward hydraulic process powered by blood flow. When arousal hits, your brain sends signals, but without sufficient nitric oxide, those signals fall flat. Your vessels stay constricted, blood can't rush in, and nothing happens, no matter how much desire you feel. Around age 60, nitric oxide levels naturally plummet by up to 50%, thanks to factors like oxidative stress from years of less than ideal eating, sedentary habits, or even environmental toxins. Add in common issues like high blood pressure or diabetes, and it's a perfect storm for erectile challenges. I've heard it countless times in my office. Doc, the spark is there mentally, but physically? Zilch. Men blame stress, fatigue, or just getting old, but I always redirect them. It's often about biology, not willpower. Your heart needs to pump efficiently, vessels must dilate on command, and nitric oxide is the conductor orchestrating it all. Without it, the symphony falls apart. But here's the exciting part. Beetroot steps in as a natural booster, replenishing those levels and getting the music playing again. To illustrate, consider Frank, a 68-year-old widower I'd been treating after his divorce. He was hesitant about dating again, saying, "Pills make me feel like a lab rat. I just want to be me." I recommended incorporating beetroot into his routine, juiced or powdered, and within weeks he was back with tales of renewed vigor. His erections returned, and he also experienced deeper sleep, increased alertness during the day, and even a stabilization of his blood pressure. He repeated the well-known movie line, "It's like I've got my groove back." But this time, he said it with sincere relief. Frank's story demonstrates how beetroot works on several levels. It improves oxygen delivery for increased stamina overall, naturally lowers blood pressure, which is a silent saboteur of erections, and repairs the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your vessels that stiffens with age. Furthermore, science provides strong evidence for this. It is not merely anecdotal. Let's examine the data because I firmly believe that facts are more important than hype. In a noteworthy study published in the American Journal of Physiology, beetroot juice was consumed daily for 2 weeks by older adults. Findings? Without taking a single medication, blood pressure decreased by an average of 20 points, and vessel flexibility increased by more than 25%. Men in their 60s and 70s were the subject of another article in the Journal of Sexual Medicine. Many of them were content to live sexless lives. They reported increased satisfaction, more frequent morning wood, a crucial indicator of healthy circulation, and firmer erections following regular beetroot consumption. These guys, who were regular guys like you and weren't gym goers in their 30s, demonstrated that getting older doesn't make your body less responsive. It just needs the right encouragement. What distinguishes beetroot from medications? Drugs like Viagra, which frequently have negative effects like dependency, temporarily mask symptoms. Beetroot addresses the underlying cause, which is slow circulation and low nitric oxide. For the most part, it has no negative effects, is inexpensive, and is sustainable. Since ancient Roman times, beets have been valued for their ability to increase vitality. Gladiators even ate them to gain strength and stamina. Today, contemporary research validates the instinctive knowledge of those warriors. However, I understand that some of you are thinking, "I'm in my 70s, doc. Is I really capable of doing it?" Every time I hear this query, which is frequently mumbled with a mixture of skepticism and silent desperation, it strikes close to home. For example, the 74-year-old farmer Walter muttered, "This old body doesn't have much left," as he gazed at his shoes. "Age is a number, not a barrier," I told him bluntly, after noticing the glimmer of hope in his eyes. "Your system is rusty, but it hasn't forgotten." The reality? The benefits can seem even more significant as we age because we have more to regain. Men in their late 70s and early 80s have told tales of rekindled passion, morning erections after years, and the confidence to go for their partner. After a month on beetroot, an 81-year-old patient named Ed, a former teacher, joked, "I feel like I'm back in college, minus the bad decisions." It's evidence that your body can surprise you when flow and oxygenation are restored. How does one go about making beetroot work for them? Although it's powerful, results depend on careful use rather than mindless snacking. "I put some beets in a salad last week. Nothing happened," a lot of men tell me. I clarify. Timing, form, and consistency are crucial. I advise my patients to consume either 1 scoop of premium beetroot powder diluted with water or 5 to 7 ounces of fresh beet juice per day. Compared to whole beets, these provide concentrated nitrates for quicker absorption. It's important to drink it early in the morning to raise your nitric oxide levels throughout the day. Organizing a private night? For an additional boost, take another dose 1 to 2 hours before. Pro tip: serve it with foods high in vitamin C, such as slices of orange or fresh lemon juice. Nitrate conversion to nitric oxide is accelerated by this synergy. I remember a 62-year-old executive named Tom who began this practice and saw firmer responses and longer-lasting energy in just 10 days. He remarked, "It's like upgrading my engine." Keep going. Most people notice changes in a week or two, but it takes time to fully recover from years of deterioration. For variation, try roasting beets with garlic for a savory side dish, or blending them into smoothies with spinach and berries for antioxidants. These adjustments increase the benefits while maintaining enjoyment. A brief warning: although beetroot is generally safe, it is my responsibility as a doctor to identify any possible risks. Risk-free does not equate to natural. First of all, if your stool or urine becomes pink, don't freak out. This is just beeturia caused by the pigments and is harmless. About 10 to 14% of people experience this. Second, talk to your doctor if you have kidney stones because the oxalates in beets may be a contributing factor in those who are susceptible. Similarly, if you're taking blood pressure medication, beets may intensify their effects and cause your blood pressure to drop too low. It's uncommon, but worth looking into. Always seek advice from experts and pay attention to your body. Layer in easy habits to boost results. In a supportive routine, beetroot thrives. Start with daily walks. They increase testosterone, reduce inflammation, and get your blood flowing for 20 to 30 minutes. Incorporate it with 7 to 9 hours of good sleep, as this is when hormones replenish. Reduce your intake of fried foods and processed sugars to keep vessels clear. For targeted strength, include pelvic floor exercises, Kegels. Squeeze as though to stop the flow of urine, hold for 5 seconds, and repeat 10 times a day. In just a few months, one patient went from being couch-bound to adventure-ready after combining these with beetroot. Man to man, let's be honest for a moment. I can see the emotional toll this takes, even beyond the scientific. It's not just about mechanics, it's also about your joy, your relationships, and your sense of self. It's not, even if you're nodding along and thinking that chapter is over. Even though your body may groan more, your desire to connect never goes away. Energy, flow, and aliveness can all be rekindled with beetroot and those habits. Conclusion: nitric oxide and strong circulation are essential for erections, and beetroot helps us over 60s regain these things. Supported by research and personal experience, regular application combined with astute adjustments results in transformative changes. Your vibrant years are waiting for you. Don't wait. Like, share, and comment if this resonated with you. More content is fueled by your input. Every donation helps spread this message, so please consider supporting by clicking the link in the description. We appreciate your participation. Let's feel like we can do anything.